The last letter in the mailbox. Ethan Carter was a hardworking mail carrier in a small town in Ohio. Every morning, he delivered letters and packages with a smile. But there was one mailbox he never forgot. It belonged to Mrs. Margaret Wilson, an 82-year-old widow who lived alone in a small white house at the end of Maple Street. Every day, she would walk outside and ask the same question: "Did a letter come for me today?" Ethan would gently smile and reply, "Not today, Mrs. Wilson." For nearly 3 years, the answer never changed. One snowy winter morning, Ethan finally asked why she waited so faithfully for a letter that never seemed to arrive. Mrs. Wilson smiled sadly and explained that her son, Daniel, had left home after a family argument more than 20 years ago. They had lost contact, and she had never heard from him again. Yet every day she checked the mailbox because she believed that one day her son would remember her and send a letter. The story touched Ethan's heart. That evening, instead of going straight home, he began searching public records and social media, hoping to find Daniel. Weeks passed, but he refused to give up. Finally, after countless phone calls and messages, he found a man living in Seattle whose name matched. It was Daniel. When Ethan contacted him, there was silence on the other end of the phone. Then Daniel's voice trembled. "I've thought about my mother every single day. I was just too ashamed to come back after all these years." A few days before Christmas, Ethan helped arrange a surprise. Mrs. Wilson stepped outside, expecting another ordinary day. As she opened her mailbox, she found a single envelope with her name written on it. Her hands shook as she opened the letter. "Dear Mom, I'm sorry for the years I lost. If you'll forgive me, I'd like to come home for Christmas. Love, Daniel." Tears streamed down her face. Before she could finish reading, a car pulled into the driveway. The door opened, and a middle-aged man stepped out holding a small suitcase. For a moment, neither moved. Then Daniel whispered, "Mom." Mrs. Wilson ran toward him with more strength than anyone thought possible. Mother and son embraced as snow gently fell around them. Neighbors watched from their windows, had many wiping tears from their eyes. That Christmas became the happiest day of Mrs. Wilson's life. The mailbox she had checked every day for 20 years had finally delivered what she had been waiting for. Not just a letter, but her family. And Ethan? He never considered himself a hero. He simply believed that sometimes the greatest gift isn't money or fame. Sometimes it's helping someone find their way back home. If this heartwarming story touched your soul, please like, share, and subscribe to Family Story World for more emotional and unforgettable family stories. Your support helps us bring inspiring stories to people around the world.